Hello friends, we're back. I know it's been a while, it's been a minute, but the YouTube is back. We have some very exciting news coming out in 2 days, on Wednesday, and I'm gonna explain everything. I'm not gonna do it in this video. We're just gonna get back on track with the longer form gym content and then some new series to look out for. Yeah, got a new gym, which you guys are gonna see today. It opened up literally a block from me, which is fucking incredible. So we're gonna do an arm day. No better way to introduce a new gym than with a sick arm day pump. So obviously running some good route for this one, getting some creatine. Already took the rest of my supplements this morning, even though I'm like out of half of them. So actually, while I'm here, actually no, I can't. No, I thought I had the empty bottles. I was gonna run you through my current stack, but I'll do that in a different video. So I was supposed to do a leg day today. That was actually my intention, but I kind of had a long weekend, and then I don't know what happened. Like last night, like my quad, it doesn't feel like I pulled it. It feels like I somehow strained it. I have no fucking clue how, because I didn't do legs. I did legs like 3 days ago. So yeah, I'm just chilling out with that a little bit. Maybe get a massage later to work it out a little bit. But yeah, I ate like a half hour ago. So I'm gonna give this another half hour as I drink this. I had a piece of sourdough, golden kiwi, 4 eggs, and half pound of ground beef. So high protein, some good carbs, and yeah, that'll fuel my workout. Shit, I have to hop on a call. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the gym. So let's do a couple rounds of these. So move number 1, standard barbell curl. On my arm days, I typically don't like to do one exercise at a time. I like a more kind of like a superset structure where I'll do one bicep and then immediately one tricep, and the next one will be one tricep, immediately one bicep. But I'm gonna do like what I like to consider the compound movement of arms, which is barbell curl. Gonna work it up to a little bit heavier. Gonna do 4 sets, and then I'll do like a compound-ish tricep movement, and then from there, I'm gonna superset everything. But for the first 2 movements, gonna do them separate. I cannot continue to move through my arm day with sleeves on. So we're taking it off about 3 sets early. So a little wider. So I got 10 on that one, and well, you may say form wasn't really the best on that, which it probably wasn't. I do think that there's an advantage of having a combination of certain exercises that you're isolating with perfect form, prioritizing time and retention, but at the same time, working or structuring into your routine certain movements where you want to go a little heavier, overload it, and that may require for you to sacrifice a little bit of form, but I feel like you do need a a good balance of the two. Because for most people, to truly overload with as much weight as you possibly can while maintaining strict form, I think it's a very small subset of people that can execute that properly. So as long as you incorporate two, the perfect form for certain isolation movements, and then something like this that I consider, a compound movement for the arms, where you're sacrificing a little bit of form for heavier weight, because I'm gonna isolate it with perfect form and a different movement. I think it's a good variety. I also notice on my arm days compared to like back, chest, or legs, typically higher rep, higher volume. I do understand the benefit to probably doing some like lower reps with the arms. The lowest I'll go is like 8, which almost on the last one I was shooting for 8, but I got 10, which I'm fine with. I think it's just a preference thing. I mean, I think it's a secondary muscle group. They're supposed to take on more volume. So if you train them like a primary muscle group where you're only getting like 14 max sets a week, I just don't think that's enough. And again, this whole game is a game of trial and error. So if you're not trying or trialing how your body responds with certain muscle groups to lower repetitions and higher weights versus the inverse, higher repetitions, lower weight, you're never going to figure out what really works for me. For me, or for you, for me, it's always been for the arms, especially in the shoulders, need high volume. That's just always how it's been. Like my shoulder or my chest actually responds a little bit better lower volume. So you kind of got to like fine tune your program to you. And unless you're trying out different shit, you're never going to know. Something that I'll also typically do is, for my arm days in particular, I'll do lower rest times in between sets, because I do think it's very advantageous to build up some endurance in your biceps and triceps for the days where you're doing chest and back. I know in the past, there were times where my triceps would maybe fatigue out prior to my chest, or same thing with my back. Biceps are getting toasted beforehand. I mean, there's different things you can incorporate, like straps for the biceps to isolate the back, but it definitely is advantageous because it's a secondary muscle group. It can take on higher volume while still growing. And the more endurance you have for those muscles as well, the more you're going to be able to push for your chest and shoulders when you're training that muscle group. And same thing with the back. If your biceps aren't burning out early, you're going to be able to lift more. Because even though you're trying to train your back, your biceps do get fried out, you do need them for a lot of leverage to be able to push more weight or pull more weight. So higher volume, lower rest time for arms in particular, I think is also advantageous for training, some of the more primary muscle groups as well. So a little bit more of my methodology there. So now, as I alluded to before, we're gonna start doing some supersets. So I'm gonna do a rope hammer curl superset with an extension. I like to just keep it easier for myself. I'll just use like the same attachment, so all I have to do is just drop it rather than swapping the attachments out. So yeah, this will be the one. You also notice when I do supersets, I typically only do 3. So when I did the barbell curl and the skull crusher, those are 4 sets, but I'm already warmed up, so I don't need like a warm-up set and an acclimation set, especially with the supersets. It burns you out a little bit more. So this will just be 3 sets, so 1 more. So I'm gonna do something a little different. Instead of doing another superset, I'm gonna do like a compound drop set. So I'm gonna do a reverse grip, preacher curl, like so. And then once I fatigue out, I'm gonna drop it and go standard supinated. The most important thing on these, see where I'm at the bottom? Let those wrists drop. Get that full stretch in the forearms. And then curl them back up. So I'm gonna point those knuckles down to the ground and then bring the point back up to the ceiling in one fluid motion. These are tough. These will remind you, or not remind you, at least let you know if you have fucking weak wrists, which I'm starting to think I do. Same thing with like the skull crushers. I mean, yeah, I did some heavy weight on it, for me at least. My fucking left wrist was barking at the end of it. It was a weird grip, but at least with those easy bars, it's like a thicker handle. Some of them like this that are super thin, just feels a little awkward, but at least with a thick one, I think it like helps stabilize the wrist a little bit. But who knows? Oh, those will fucking burn you out, man. Should do one more. And then I'll do like a similar drop set type thing for my last tricep movement, and then I will spam just a little itty bit of shoulders. Alrighty, uno más. Not really though, so I'm gonna do a fun lateral raise variation. You're gonna love it. But for now, we're just gonna do a drop set on this to finish off tries. I'm recording on this one because I'm on 4%. I need to show you my last movement. I do have another battery, but I just don't want to go downstairs to get it. So I'm still going to do another one after this. I'm just not going to record it. So you're going to have to take my word for it. We're going to max out the machine. We can max out the machine after a full arm day. Maybe we are kind of strong. Oh, heavy. I only got 6, but we're drop setting it, so it's okay. So it's 295. I'm gonna take that up to like 235. Oh, not bad. This one's it. So this is a lateral raise on the Landmine. Super simple, straightforward. Pop a barbell into the Landmine. I like grabbing it towards the end here. I can put my thumb on top. And right in front of your junk, that's your starting position. You almost want to take it down here. Back of the hand wants to be facing out towards the top. Now, something to note and to keep in mind when you're doing this, it's already gonna be heavy without weight. So, especially if it's an Olympic bar, longer, it's gonna make it that much more difficult. So, I'm just putting a 5 on it. And like, that's plenty if you're doing it nice and slow. It should be difficult enough just with the bar, 5, 10, 15 if you're an animal. That's a wrap. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. First one back in a while. Felt fucking good. I hope you like the new gym as well. I'm gonna do a full gym tour, probably next. So with that said, this style of content is what I'm gonna be doing on my YouTube more consistently. So like, subscribe, send to a friend, all that shit. Just hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.